Okay, so today we are reacting to Gunna's training regime. I do want to say before we hop into the video, it's great to see a rapper taking his training, diet and health seriously, whereas most other rappers are, not necessarily known for doing that and known more so for partying and doing all that nonsense. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into the video and see what he gets up to.
All right, are you ready to work out?
My outside gym, we pulled a couple of equipments out.
Okay, so he's getting the outside gym workout in. I mean, with that view, with wherever he is, I mean, I'm jealous.
Light jump rope, get the heart flowing, blood flowing,
Right, cool. So lovely to see this. He's starting off with some cardio to get himself warmed up. And cardio just overall great for the most important muscle, which is the heart. So yeah, love to see that. He says he does 50 to 100 jumps before he gets into his workout. And he clearly enjoys doing that, so more power to him. If you are looking for a better way to warm up with something with less of an impact phase, because he is jumping up and down, I would opt for like an elliptical machine or just a bike. You can do that for 5 to 10 minutes.
6 days a week, full body every day. We're gonna start off with some running.
So his training is 6 days a week, full body. Not really ideal from a building muscle standpoint. He's not really giving his body enough time to recover. So he could opt for a better way of doing this, which I would say an upper lower split 4 times a week. So he's still getting that 2 a week frequency, hitting his body part twice a week, which is great for optimizing building muscle. Or he could go for a full body 2 to 3 times a week.
Began running about 3 years ago. I had a trail at my Arizona house that I was staying at. We ran, it was about 3 miles.
Great to see. He's doing a lot of cardio from the sounds of it. He's doing a lot of running. That's great for overall health. Again, really good that he's taking his cardiovascular health and general health really seriously. Obviously, from a building muscle standpoint, not the most ideal running, pretty much every day or every other day. You can swap that out for, again, elliptical machine, a bike, swimming, something where it's a lot less impact on your muscles, something with a little less eccentric loading. So running, you're literally slamming the ground. That impact phase is very high, whereas again, if you are on an elliptical machine or a bike or swimming, there's going to be a lot less of an impact phase. So something to keep in mind.
I started running for my mental health, to block out whatever the outside world. Me just doing it every day,
I feel like that's such an important thing. Like, he found that running helps with his mental health. So it's a really positive thing. So I can see why he does it so often. I'm sure he's got a lot on his plate, a lot to deal with. It's good to see that he's found a positive outlet for doing that. Similar to how people go to the gym as like a mental health outlet.
Unless it's my trainer sometimes, but he don't like to run that much. He'll get on the bike. It's all good, because I can keep up with the bike. You know what I'm saying?
That's joke. So his trainer doesn't like to run. Hey, I hear that. I'm with the trainers. I love how he frames it. He's like, his trainer jumps on the bike and then he likes it because he can just keep up with the bike. So, great positive mindset.
Run a 5K with Michael Jackson. I look up to him and then I feel like he could have worked on that chest a little bit. So I would have just, got Mike right with that chest.
Yeah, I hear it, man. Michael Jackson probably could have benefited from, doing some bench press and whatnot.
These sides right here. I got to get these sides in the back right here, cutting his carb, the breads and, the starches. That's the goal right now. We're working on back fat.
Hey, I hear it, man. It's such a common problem, especially amongst us men, working on the love handles, the back fat. Cutting out the carbs, that's essentially trying to cut down calories from that. So a way of doing that is cutting out his carbs, fair enough. I would like to see him keep some carbs in just for energy to expend on working out and just making sure performance is optimal and stays on point. And also, he's working on his diet, which obviously we know 80% diet, 20% training, 90%. We've heard it all before. A lot of it is going to be on diet. So, he's got the right mindset there. We know we can't spot reduce fat. So you can't just do any exercise or do any little thing to just reduce the fat in that section, although that would be great. But what he can do is actually build up the side, the delts, the upper chest, and the back to give that illusion of that tapered waist. Getting onto some lateral raises, some pull downs, some sort of pressing motion, anything to, again, build up the side of your shoulders, the upper chest and your back to give that illusion of a smaller waist.
I started to notice different changes in my body. Like, okay, my chest is getting bigger. I want to work on my stomach. I want to work on my abs. I want to work on back.
Such a big thing in terms of motivation and just long-term adherence to something is when you see that progress, right? And you know, beginner gains and newbie gains is a real thing, so you see progress quickly, and it's great you see the changes. So it's really great to keep you motivated to carry on. As you start to train longer and longer, the training age ultimately becomes higher. You know, you're in the gym consistently for a long time. Those improvements, there will be some diminishing returns on that, as in, you know, you have to work harder for marginal gains, but it's important you trust the process and just keep going and staying consistent, because those gains do add up over time. But yeah, again, seeing that change is such an important thing, especially when you first start off, for long-term adherence to lifting weights and, you know, sticking to your training regime.
So the workout that I definitely hate, the Copenhagen planks, and then you got to do the hip flexors. I hate those.
He hates Copenhagen planks. I hear it. A very challenging exercise. If there's any exercises that you do hate, feel free to just swap them out with exercises you do enjoy, because, you know, again, that is going to be part of your long-term adherence. If you're going to the gym and just dreading it every time and you really hate it, yes, there obviously are some things that even though you hate it, you got to push through, and that's part of it. But if you're going to the gym and you look forward to the exercises you're doing, it's just going to make such a big difference in terms of your long-term adherence to training and sticking to the program and staying consistent.
Finishing. My favorite part of working out is finishing.
Favorite part of working out is finishing. Fair enough, you know, working out is not, you know, for everyone. A good way to look at working out, whatever you're doing, is that it's a luxury, really, to be able to move your body and push yourself and build muscle and work on your health. It is a luxury. You know, some people out there don't have that luxury. So yeah, view it as a good thing, and, you know, you're lucky to be able to do that thing.
You know, you got your days where you didn't want to go and you had to pull yourself to the gym, but them be the days like you be like, I'm glad I went.
That's so true though. It's not every day you're going to be looking forward to going to the gym and pushing yourself and doing all these things, but that's when it really counts. That's when you have to rely on your discipline, where you have to muster up the discipline and willpower to go to the gym and get it done, and you know, you'll feel so much better for it. I'm sure there's been times where you be bothered to go to the gym, but you're so happy once you finish, because you're like, you feel that sense of achievement.
My favorite music to listen to is me, but my unreleased, like all my songs that I've been recording in the studio.
His favorite music to listen to is himself, but his unreleased versions. Hey man, we like listening to some Gunna while we train, you know, get that pump on.
Workout time. 7 a.m. or 7 p.m.?
7 a.m.
Okay, so his favorite time, he gets asked 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. He says 7 a.m. Just to note, the time you train does not matter at all. Just find a time you can stick to, be most consistent with, and that is just most realistic with your schedule.
Squat or deadlift?
Squats.
Squat or deadlift, he says squat. I feel you, I'm same. I can't remember the last time I deadlifted, to be honest, and it's definitely not needed for building muscle. But I do like to throw in some RDLs.
CrossFit, yay or nay?
Nay.
Hey, I hear that. CrossFit, yay or nay? He's like, Nate, I hear you.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
Cardio or weights? He says cardio. Hey man, he's got his head screwed on. He knows about that heart health. He's tapped in.
Big legs or big arms?
Big arms.
Big arms or big legs? I hear it. You know, big arms, you can never have big enough arms.
Biggest compliment, jacked, ripped, cut, or swole?
Cut.
Biggest compliment, jacked, ripped, cut, or swole? He says cut. I hear that too. Lean is law. If you know, you know.
If you could work out with anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be?
Michael Jackson.
Alright, cool. So that wraps up the video today. Kind of didn't really show his workout, to be honest, but from what I got, he's training 6 days a week, full body, which, you know, it's great that he's training, staying consistent. But if you're looking to optimize building muscle, I would probably opt for an upper lower 4 times a week, or a full body, doing it 2-3 times a week, and then just doing the cardio on those alternate days where you're resting, where you're not training, where you're outside the gym. But yeah, hope you learned something from today. If you did, drop me a comment, drop me a like, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I will catch you in the next one. I am out. Peace.